Hello and welcome to the Webtogs gear review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the mountain equipment Helium Solo sleeping bags. This is a great down sleeping bag. It's going to tick a lot of boxes. What you'll see from the get-go is that it doesn't come in its traditional strap, compression strap bag that majority of sleeping bags come into, which is amazing. So for storage, and also as well if you're not dependent on overall pack size, you can just pop your sleeping bag in here and hey presto. It enables the down feathers themselves to breathe and also makes it a lot more area. But again, if you want to condense the size down, you can do so. But again, this bag here is for storage, or again, if you're just throwing it in the back of the car and you don't have to worry about pack size. There is another stuff sack, but I'll show you that later. So yeah, overall, and again, this bag itself has ripstop material, and it obviously has the mesh for the breathability of, for the down itself to stop it from clumping, which is a really, really good thing. Anyway, enough about the bag itself. Let's open it up. And then let's talk about the sleeping bag. So let me just pop that there. So the sleeping bag itself has a comfort rating of 14 degrees. It's got a comfort limiter of around about 10 degrees. And it has an extreme comfort of -1. So this really is for the season 2. So the spring, late spring, summer to early autumn. But it all depends really on how you feel the cold, because that's where it matters really. All those numbers might work and might sound impressive, but it all depends on how you feel the cold. But because it's down, it means it's lightweight, it's highly breathable, but also as well, it just offers you a great performance. So the down itself is 129 grams, and it's duck down, which is equivalent of around about 700 fil. So again, lightweight, nice and warm, and it's gonna work really, really well at keeping you cool and keeping you warm. The down itself is sustainably sourced, and it's also traceable. So in these day and age, that is a brilliant thing to have. So well done, Mountain Equipment, for doing that. Yeah, that's a nice offering, should we say. It's really good that you can literally source and trace where this down, the duck down has come from, which is really, really good. The outer shell is a Helium 20. So the Helium 20 is a lightweight material. It's covered in micro ripstop material, so it's actually super strong, and it does have some water resistancy to it. Now I say water resistancy, it is not waterproof whatsoever. You don't really want a waterproof sleeping bag, otherwise pretty much the breathability gets thrown out the window. Anyway, that's kind of the general ticking the boxes, should we say, of the sleeping bag. Let's take a look at some of its features. So let's start at the head itself. Let me just wiggle this around. So the head itself looks like a very traditional, traditional sleeping bag head. You've got an elastication around the top and again around the bottom there, and that's going to offer you customization, so you can draw it in if needs be. But the greatest thing about this is that the top and the bottom are actually on separate cords. So rather than it being attached all together, if you want to tighten up the top bit, pull that one, and you can. If you want to tighten up the bottom bit, you pull that one, and you can. But basically, in a nutshell, it means you can have it nice and tight around the top part of your head and nice and loose around the neck, or vice versa, whatever suits your needs. It just means that you've got a little bit more play, a little bit more customization when it comes to the top part of the sleeping bag. The zip itself is on the left-hand side on this model that I have here. Again, nice and easy glide zip. So nice and easy to open up. And again, you've got the orange liner on the inside as well. And that's a great contrast on the navy blue on the outside. Makes your sleeping bag stand out a little bit more. Now, hopefully, if I can find it, it should be here. Where is it? Where's it gone? Hold on. Somewhere hidden in here is the other compression strap bag. Where's that gone? Let me check the bottom. It's great when these things go to plan. Okay, where is it? Where? It's right here, guys. It's right here. I'm not going to cut. I'm just going to carry on. So, like I said earlier, this is for storage, and if you're not thinking, or your pack size weight, pack size, should I say, doesn't matter. Again, if you're chucking it in the back of the car, keep it in this. I would highly recommend that. But if storage is an option, or you're trying to reduce the amount of space that you have, if you're going on a backpack or adventure, you have this stuff sack here, nice and small, nice and lightweight. Again, it's made from the same material, the Helium 20, so water resistant, ripstop, super strong, and also slightly breathable as well. But this really should only be used going from A to B. You do not, I repeat, you do not store your down sleeping bag in this at all times, because if you do that, the next time you pull it out, unfortunately, you might potentially have compression, which means all the feathers have clumped together, making this sleeping bag inefficient when it comes to heating you up. So this bag should only be used when you're going from A to B in your rucksack or on your adventure. And for general other storage, like I said, use this bag here. Anyway, let's continue. So again, you've got the contrast on there. The zip itself, let me zip this back up, goes all the way down, funnily enough, to the fit. Let me just get some of this air out. So this is where the zip ends. Let me see if I can get that one closer. This is where the zip ends, and this is the actual end of the sleeping bag itself. Again, you have another zip at the bottom of the sleeping bag, so if you want to get a bit of circulation at the bottom, again, depending on how you feel the heat, you can. And again, that zip is gusseted. That basically means it's not completely open at the end of the sleeping bag. Also means doing it up and undoing it is going to be a lot easier. You don't have to fiddle around with trying to hook up or line up the zips. You literally just grab it, put it in, and zip it up. Hey presto, it's all connected, which is a really, really nice thing to have. And then yeah, as I said, it's an alpine fit, so the way that it's designed, it's going to trap the air around your body nice and quickly, and it's going to warm you up and cool you down as well. That's the great thing about down. It's a great reactor to your own personal temperature. But yeah, all in all, this is a great sleeping bag. It's nice and lightweight. You can store it. Again, I know I keep harping on, but this is a really cool feature. So you can store it in this bag, but again, you can reduce it down to something like that, something absolutely tiny. So who's this sleeping bag for? Anyone really, let's be honest. If you're after a season 2 sleeping bag, you want something that's nice and lightweight, that will keep you cool and also keep you warm, it ticks that box. If you're after a sleeping bag that you want to condense down to a really small size, still be protected with obviously the Helium 20 outer shell, ticks that box. But then also as well, it means, it reduces your pack size, and it also reduces the overall weight because of how how light this is. I mean, again, the down itself, 129 grams. There really isn't much to this sleeping bag, which is fantastic. And then yeah, if you wanted a sleeping bag, so even if you're not seriously into going in adventures, maybe you go to the odd camping site, or you do the odd wild camp here and there, whether it's local or abroad, and you just want something that is going to keep. It's something that's going to last you a very, very long time. This is definitely something to consider rather than going potentially down a cheaper route, because if you look after it, this sleeping bag is going to look after you from its performance and just generally how it's being designed. So yeah, it's definitely worth considering. Whatever scenario that you're in, really, it will tick all the boxes for what you need. Again, take lightly the comfort ratings. As I say, it has a comfort rating of 14. Its limit's down to 10 degrees, and then its extreme limit is to -1. But again, everyone feels the heat differently, so just have that in mind. And if you want more information about it, rather than me listening to me blabbering on for more, just head over to webtogs.com, where you will find out more information. Again, you'll find the link to that down below in the comments. And that's it really. But whilst you're also on the Webtogs website, you should definitely check out our Plant a Tree initiative, should we say, that we have. So every order that is put through on our website, we will plant a tree. Now, normally that's fantastic. Just doing that alone is an amazing thing for the environment, and it's something that we're super proud of doing here at Webtogs. But our carbon emissions are so low. As of recording, our carbon emissions have been reduced to 93.5%. That's amazing, through our warehouse. So in theory, if you were to make a purchase on webtogs.com, we plant a tree, that one tree will actually neutral, or not negative, but it's equivalent of wiping out carbon of 3 other orders that have been taken from Webtogs. How cool is that? And the only reason that that effectiveness works is because our carbon emissions at the moment stand at 93.5%. So we're close to 100% zero carbon. We're getting there, but hopefully, you know, we can get there planting more trees. But yeah, that's just a cool initiative that I just wanted to talk to you guys and girls about. And if you want to find out more information on that, again, just head over to webtogs.com. Anyway, I'm going to stop blabbering on now. I'm going to leave you alone now. I hope you have a great day wherever you are. And as always, happy trails.